Why this multinational trip is important. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Greece on the 25th of August after the BRICS summit, while returning from that summit in South Africa, it will be the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Greece in 40 years. Indira Gandhi was the last Indian Prime Minister to visit Greece in 1983. In fact, in the last year or so, PM Modi has made it a point to visit nations not visited by Indian Prime Ministers for decades. Now let's try and tell you how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's diplomacy emphasizes a vision of India becoming a Vishwa-mitra or a friend of the world. Government sources revealed to News 18 that PM Modi's trips to nations often overlooked in traditional diplomatic circuits comes with several purposes. First is the aim to strengthen bilateral ties, get support from these nations, get them on your side, get them to understand that we are with them and get India into their sphere of understanding and increase this bilateral engagement. Exploring areas of mutual interest and cooperation helps in institutionalizing deliverables. Now, let's also tell you how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit is also helping India. Why these visits are helping us. Government sources reveal that PM state visits are making India a formidable force because more and more nations are turning towards us and we are getting into their consideration set, into their radar. Fostering new partnerships and support where it counts, builds the backing at various forums like the United Nations, WTO, very critical, benefiting from expertise of other nations, ties with nations that feel neglected, reshaping India's global outreach, and we are finding friends where we were not looking. That's the important aspect, positioning India as a global leader and as a nation that cares for others. And we are also now getting visuals from the BRICS forum. PM Narendra Modi has already arrived there. We are expecting these are live visuals that we're just cutting across to. And in a short while from now, we should have the addresses of the heads of state. It's running a little behind schedule, ladies and gentlemen, about a half an hour to 30 minutes behind schedule, half an hour to 40 minutes behind schedule. That's why this entire BRICS schedule is running so far. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is supposed to speak or scheduled to speak after we have the Russian President's video conference address, that is Vladimir Putin. Now, let's also quickly tell you about the various nations that PM Narendra Modi has gone to as part of his state visits to attend multilateral events. So let's quickly look at this. Africa. So one of the nations he visited was the first visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the African continent was to Egypt. Then invoking sharp colonial stories and colonial memories. India, Africa, sharing common India-Africa nations. That's what. So sharing common challenges. So that's where the aspect. So where all did he go to? He went to Kenya, Mozambique, Rwanda, Seychelles, Tanzania, Uganda, and of course to Egypt. And this was the first time that he completed and visited all these nations in 26 years. Now, he also invoked the shared colonial histories and also views that Africa nations are a partner in economic growth. Then he went to South America and countries in South America. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited South American nations like Argentina, Brazil, who are major traders and investment partners of India, and also is viewed as a collaborator in global forums like BRICS. Central Asia, PM Narendra Modi visited Uzbekistan thrice, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan twice, and highlighting the importance that needs to be given to these erstwhile Soviet republics who are now part of Central Asia and important components of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Also, East Asia, apart from visiting Japan and China multiple times, PM Narendra Modi visited smaller Eastern Asian nations, also Vietnam and Laos. PM also wooed nations affected by Chinese aggression and engaged with them. In the entire Oceania region, PM Narendra Modi surprised many when he visited Fiji and Papua New Guinea. And during his visit to Papua New Guinea, the PM there actually bowed and as a mark of respect to touch PM Narendra Modi's feet, bringing back the cultural ethos and the shared cultural ethos. So these are aspects of PM Narendra Modi that stand out and perhaps highlight the reason why he's engaging with these nations and how they are going to get Bharat the important support, especially on forums like WTO, where every vote counts. Every word added in every paragraph, under every clause, makes a difference as far as trade agreements are concerned. And you need help. And also on forums like UN, where you're pushing for reforms, in that 75-year-old organization, saying that you are ignoring some of the biggest democracies in the world and some of the most vibrant nations who are contributing to the world's growth, because the scenario has changed since post-Second World War to 2020. That is the 21st century. These are visuals coming in from the BRICS summit. PM Narendra Modi is seated there. You can spot him amongst some of the heads of state. But it looks like these are the opening addresses. What we're going to do is, ladies and gentlemen, take a very, very short break. When we come back, we should have Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaking at the BRICS summit. Stay with us.